guys and gals, it's DHG Prog from MW2 Blitz, and I'm going to be showing you how to recruit for the new Rust squad that we opened up. As of February 1st of that night, we opened up a new squad called Rust, since we reached around 80 people in Blitz, so that's quite the accomplishment. But now we have to start filling up that new squad, and some people need tips and tricks for the newcomers that just joined. So I'm going to be showing you all these little tactics that most people use, and some other cool tricks to get you on the road to recruiting. The first thing to remember on the road of recruiting is how to grab an audience. We found that the best way to grab this audience is definitely by going to Ground War. Since there are about 18 people in a lobby of Ground War, when you back out and you go back into a lobby again, you're going to have a full recent players list. Now that we have that valuable piece of information of every player that you want to try to recruit into DHG, we're going to show you how to do that. First, you're going to press your guide button. Then you're going to scroll down to Messages. You're going to go to Create New, Message, and then scroll all the way down until it's to the end of your friends list. You'll notice it because it will be a name that probably isn't on your friends list, obviously. Then select the first one, and then go to Change Gamer Tags. At this screen, it will give you a bunch of checkboxes in which you'll select multiple gamer tags that are below your friends list, so just keep on selecting the ones until you're unable to select any more. If you're really unsure on what to say in these voice or text messages, we're going to help you along with that. First, you want to claim out that DHG has over 24,000 members in the whole playlist, and you want to state how many members are in your squad and how many members are in the Blitz squad, something like that, to kind of grab their attention of how many people are actually in this community. Second of all, you want to kind of point out the monthly tournaments that the clan offers and the friendly social environment that DHG provides, because that's really what we're about here. We're just providing a fun social environment that everybody can have fun in, and that's kind of it. You can kind of talk about the game battles if you have a little room, but you want to try to get those 3 main points out there. Finally, in the message, you must also put that you must be 16 or older to join and also have a mic. Those are the 2 main requirements for joining DHG. Now, the most lengthy process in this whole ordeal is definitely waiting. You might get some hate mail back, you might not, but you want to keep in mind that you want to always keep your cool. If someone sends you a hate message or someone sends you some, foul language or whatever, you just want to kind of ignore that and move on. Now, the next big step is definitely verifying requirements and getting them into DHG. The first thing you want to do is verify their age. Now, we have a lot of people that kind of forge their age, kind of lie about their age just to get in the clan. You want to make sure that you ask them exactly what their birth date is. If they stutter or they have like this really long pause in trying to figure out their birth date, then they're probably not qualified to join DHG. They also need to have a mic, which is one of the other requirements, but the age is definitely a big thing to consider. After that important verification process, the number one thing to do is definitely tell them about the rules and regulations that we have on the website. Just tell them to go to www.dhghq.com, read that over, and kind of recite more of the important things of the rules. It's really important that they know what they can, what they can't do, stuff like that. Tell them also about the practices that you have every night. So depending on your squad schedule, tell them that from this time to this time, that's practice. You only have to show up to 2 a week, stuff like that. Remind them of what they have to do to be a part of DHG. But the last thing in just telling them is definitely that there is no name change required. Tell them about the chain of command, stuff like that. They might get interested in ranking up. They might give them motivation. That's really important. And the next huge step, of course, is definitely getting their profile edited and open, and reminding yourself that you're recruiting for Rust now. Since Blitz is kind of full at the moment, we're going to try to fill up Rust, the new squad we opened up, and perhaps we might have a 3rd squad, you never know. But anyway, it's solely based on recruiting for Rust, and you just need to edit their motto, bio, and open stuff like that. For your new recruit, you're going to have them enter this string of text in their motto. It should read DHG Rust MW2 PVT. PVT, of course, is the lowest rank, and remind them again of the ranking and chain of commands. And of course, for the bio, you're going to have them enter this. You're going to do recruited by your name, and then the date in like parentheses, make it look nice, put the date there, and then after that, put recruits and then 0, kind of like signifying that that's the recruit number. And then after that, put the website, which is www.dhghq.com. Now that you kind of have their motto and bio set to the regulations, we need to see if their profile is open. Basically, what we mean by open is the public can see their profile without being their friend. So if it's not open, we're going to show you how to do that right now. If it is more convenient for your recruit to do it from the dashboard, the first thing you're going to do is go to the dashboard and then scroll all the way to the right until you hit Settings. Then you should see a little green box towards the bottom that says Privacy. Click that. Now when you're at the privacy screen, you should get something that says Change Settings. Make sure you select Change Settings, and then you go to Customer Customize and enter any passwords if it asks you. Go to Customize, and then go to Profile Sharing. Then in the Profile Sharing screen, it should say Everyone, Friends Only, or Blocked. Make sure the Everyone tab is highlighted, and then select A, select the back button, which is B, and then go all the way down to Save and Exit. When they save and exit, it will probably log them out of Xbox Live. Just remind them of that so they know they're doing something right, and then check their profile after that. Now, usually if their profile isn't showing to the public after that, or it's more convenient for them to go to Xbox.com, the first thing you're going to do is go to the Xbox website, which is Xbox.com. Then you're going to go to Sign In, and once you're at that Sign In screen, make sure you go to My Account on the top right. We'll let that load, and when you're done with that, just go to, towards the bottom, it should say Privacy and Online Settings. It should be in the Settings and Preferences menu, and just select that. And you'll kind of get like a screen kind of similar to the Xbox dashboard page, but it's just kind of got checkboxes. So what you're going to do is basically go to Profile Sharing under Privacy Controls, make sure that's selected to Everyone, and then simply scroll all the way down until you hit Save, and that should save it. Now the last huge step on the road to recruiting is for them to add the gen tag and for them to go to the website and register. We're going to start by adding the gen tag. Since you're recruiting for the new Rush squad, you're going to have them add DHG Rush Gen on their friends list. Then after they add that, just tell them what the gen tag is about. Tell them that it organizes members, sends news and information, tournament info, stuff like that. After that's all set and done, the gen tag will verify that their motto and bio are done, make sure all of that's done correctly before the gen tag is added. And then after the gen tag addition, go to the website and have them register. When they're in the registering screen, put their squad, make sure they put all the necessary information. Well, guys and gals, all about do it for us here on the recruiting video, but we do have some last minute tips for you, of course. You could probably go into a search match, team deathmatch, demolition, and probably do the same thing that we do in Ground War. The reason why we pick Ground War is it's kind of called power recruiting. It's a little faster, it's a bit easier towards recruiting, but whatever your thing is, you can kind of talk to them in-game as well as opposed to sending messages. Whatever your rhythm is, you can do that. Make sure you recite the necessary information as well, the same thing that we talked about in this video. Besides that, we hope this gets a lot of recruits. We hope you guys have fun with this video, kind of look at the video as a guide, perhaps approve upon it. And that's about it. DHG Prog here, and have a good one.